Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know. Hey, where's Jay? Jay disappeared. Guys, we're on the road, so apologize. Maybe the mic isn't as great. Maybe you're gonna hear a couple clicks from the mouse, things of that nature. But here we are. We have the Rarity Collection 5. So I apologize. I mean, yesterday everyone already knew about this information, but I'm on the road. I'm traveling right now, so wasn't able to give you guys a prompt update yesterday. But I want to just make sure that I give you guys, my opinion, man. We called it. We always said we were going to get a Rarity Collection 5. A lot of people were like, nah, Jay, they're going to skip it because there's no more quarter-century secret rares. No way. They're going to give us a Rarity 5, this and that in the third. I won't lie. I actually thought they would announce this sooner, if you ask me. But they waited until December, until the holidays. And boy, I'm excited. There's also some things we need to look at. But, just going through here, finally, we have two right here. Castillo, Fenrir, and Chaos Angel, 2 out of the Fantastic 4 that we said that needed reprints. Lubellion already got the Ultra and the Structure deck, which I think they should have left it for the Rarity 5, honestly, but that's just me. And then we also have Chaos Angel and Fenrir right here, and then Imseti, which we would talk about today, is not shown here, but I think is going to be coming and getting reprinted as well. So now the 2024 tins is a great product for us to actually be able to review, here on the channel, which we will probably next week once I get home. So again, I'm gonna be out of town for the next couple of days through the rest of this week. So again, my videos are gonna be without me on the screen, but it is what it is. Sometimes we have to be out and about, but we still stay disciplined. Here we are because the market never sleeps. So hopefully you guys can appreciate that, and if you do, make sure you subscribe, like the video on the way in. Would gladly appreciate that. But yeah, finally, this Momentoal card, we're gonna touch base on it. Should have been reprinted a while back. Also number C104 as well. So I'm super excited. Again, they're coming with a different type of art, I believe, so on some of these, so we're going to cover that. So by now you guys probably already read all this. You guys already probably know all of this, like the ratios and what's coming in here, and things of that nature, at the very superficial level. But very interesting that there's going to be starlights in here on top of the luxury rares and everything else. So I'm super stoked, super excited. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, here's a breakdown of like the pull rates and ratios and things of that nature, and then some of the arts that we will be getting. So when I saw these, I'm like, wow, pretty nice. It feels like they're just reprinting a lot of cards that already had a Rarity Collection print, which it's like, of course they have their new arts, but yikes, man, it's hard. Like if you're holding any of these, if you stack these away, it's kind of harsh to see that these are getting another Rarity print, in many different rarities as well. So that's definitely a thing, but to consider. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I'm super excited overall about Rarity 5. I love reprints. I love penny stonks, especially like the higher rarities, like the Starlight rares, things of that nature. Definitely going to be interesting for many of these, and we'll continue to review that down the line. But again, it's going to be $6 per pack. It comes April 10th, so on April we're all going to be happy. April Fool's time around there, give or take. So yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. Overall, I always thought we needed a Rarity 5. these sell too well for them to not actually do it, and I'm interested to learn more details as they continue to come out. But we're used to the Rarity Collections, guys, by now. We always know when Rarity Collections come out, they destroy the market. They destroy, a lot of value because we get a lot of reprints, guys. And again, more visual here. Shout out to Ready for Duel. This is great. This information is amazing. He said we were able to find them in limited pack stamp edition in the OCG. So as you can see, some of these arts, for example, you see Trish right there, and you go back over here, and you can see it's the same art as Trish. You have Tri-Brigade Kit right there, and then if you come over here, you can see Tri-Brigade Kit somewhere around here, or in page 2 somewhere. The whole point is these arts already came out in the OCG right there, as we can see Kit, so we can guide ourselves, to at least have an idea of what's to come over here in Rarity Collection 5. And honestly, big picture, like if this is it, man, this is kind of weak, man. That's just my humble opinion. We're gonna have to wait and see if this is gonna be it. Weak in the sense of, I don't know, man. Like I think we could have had like better cards. Here I don't see any Mode Charmies. I don't see the Dominus cards. Those are the cards that people really want. And again, there's I'm a boomer, so I love the MSTs and the Scapegoaties. I like this. Raigeki looks sick. You have Rhoda. You have a bunch of swords. So I'm a boomer. I love Monster Reborn. That's great. Magic Cylinder, the Solemns. I was like, where's Solemn Strike, man? We're gonna definitely talk about that later on in the market watch. Now I did like the God cards. I won't lie. Like these God cards look sick. If they do end up coming out. But other than that, I was like, you know, yeah, I mean, we'll see, man, we'll see. Unless they decide to, you know, obviously do, and at the time of recording, I'm not aware of this, if they're gonna have like a boomer set like the last 2 Rarity collections, you know, where they had like boomer cards that only came in Platinum Secret and Quarter Century, or if this is just gonna be the set. So I think they probably expand, and some of these come in the boomer side per se, because you know, if this is it, this is not looking too great. You know, where's the SP Little Knights, maybe the Imperms, you know, a lot of staples that could be in here. The Meows, you know, and the other Moltrami. So again, this is not the end all be all. It just gives us a guide, and we must use it, you know, as what it is, a guide. You know, we can't add too much into that. But I mean, this DMG looks nice. I will not lie. This DMG looks beautiful, like with the art and everything. So that's pretty cool. You have the Eldritch there as well. So then obviously you have the Ghost Girls. Maxx C looks fire as well, and then you have a couple extra deck monsters, and then spells and traps here. So I mean, just to give you guys an idea, Called By is here. We're gonna talk about the card in just a moment. You have a purely card, and then yeah, very nice card. So what do you guys think? You think, you know, Rarity Collection 5 is gonna be looking like this? Obviously these are just 70 cards here out of the 80 potential cards, so you know, it's just to give us a guide. It's nice to visually be able to see this and be like, okay, we can expect some of these to be there. Hopefully they expand the quantity of these cards, you know, into a bigger set, more like the last Rarity collections per se, which honestly is what I'm expecting. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. These are nice. Let me know what you guys think. Guys, hey, we're gonna be talking about a lot of cards today. If you need to purchase any of them, first link in the description down below. We're gonna have this ready for you guys, so we can see a lot of the cards are already crashing down thanks to the news. But you know, if you need them, because again, there's gonna be a gap zone that we'll be able to play from now until April. You know, no better time to pick them up if you need them to play, especially. So first link in the description down below. We also have our link tree. We're gonna have you know, we have the free market watch course, free $15 out for you guys. Don't miss that, you know, don't miss out. And then make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video on the way in. We gladly appreciate it. None of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. So we have Chaos Angel. We were talking about this card the other day, that it was 35 pushing 40s, and we did say we always expected this card to get reprinted, and essentially here we are. Of course, so you need to understand we're in December, early December. This thing is coming out in April, bro. So that's what, like 5 months from now? That's a long time. It's a long time from now. So again, you're gonna get the knee-jerk reaction. The card was 35s and now it's 27s at the time of recording. 20 listings right here. So again, I mean, the card is still hard to get, and it's 4 months from now. You know, when we're gonna get you know, around 4 months from now, 4 months and some change, that we're gonna get the new Rarity collection. So a lot can happen from here on out. A lot of people are gonna still need this card. Of course, big picture, now we have a reprint date set in stone, so obviously it's gonna affect the price of the card, because people that had it maybe for a longer term, they're like, okay, it's getting reprinted. But again, this is one that has consistent volume. The card is still needed. I would honestly, in the short term, take advantage of this retracement. If you start seeing 25s, maybe even 20s, and you need your one of, like, just pick it up. You know, of course, you need to understand eventually, big picture, long term, is going to lose value the closer we get to April, as many of the cards, you know, will do so in today's market watch. But in the meantime, it is a long time, and I wanted you guys to get that through, you know, your head, in the sense of the gap zone. We have 4 months plus of playability with some of these cards before they get reprinted, so keep it in mind. And of course, they can reprint some of these beforehand as well, you know, like have a double whammy reprint, things of that nature. These things can happen, but for now, you know, I would actually take advantage of the retracement down to the previous lows. If we go down there, as it goes lower in price, I would pick my one up. Just, you know, I would come over here on the monthly and see, you know, just track this retracement, see how far down it goes once the chart updates, and then make the moves. Because look, after a couple ones and two ofs, it's right back up. So again, gap zone, it is a long time frame between now and the actual reprints of these cards. Still think some of these cards would probably maybe even go up, you know, even more before April comes around. But big picture, is nice to know that this card will finally get a reprint, as it should have been reprinted in Stampede, if you ask me. But here we are for Rarity Collection 5. Then here we do have Castier Fenrir. Again, we literally just talked about this card the other day, that it was holding value and that it needed a reprint. It had the double top M pattern formation, got destroyed at 12s, and now you're starting to see some, you know, panic selling going on at single digits, 66 listings. So sure, I do expect potentially single digit prices sooner rather than later, but at the same time, we have many months before these cards actually come to the masses, so something to keep in mind. You know, no need to panic sell. Big picture, of course, if you're not using the card, you don't need it. Of course, you want to make sure that you go ahead and probably start like moving it, you know, trading for other things, you know, use these $30 for a play set to pick up something else you wanted, and just big picture start moving off, you know, from these cards, because once they get that Rarity Collection treatment, bro, these are gonna be hopefully free 99. Then we have MSTTV, Glory of Horus. Again, this card, I mean, I expect it to actually be inside the Rarity Collection 5, and of course, you know, it's a card that is like, oh, who cares, not the end all be all, you know, no one's playing this. But you know, there's a lot of people out there. These volume candles here are people coming in. They want to play the engine, want to get access to the card. So it's nice to see that what has been a best-selling card forever now is going to finally get that rarity treatment for people to have it, you know, more readily available. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. It's nice to see with a card like this. So yeah, I definitely look forward to this. Let me know what you guys think. And it just came to my brain, you know, right here coming back. Like, what do you guys think about this art? You know, like with the phrases and the messages, you know, and things of that nature. It says most Rarity Collection 5 variant art cards have a little catchphrases like you'd use in a messaging app, some in English, some in Japanese, you know. So you know, new backgrounds, highlights, added elements, and zoom in. So what do you think about that? What do you think about, you know, the artwork with the text on it and stuff like that? Do you find that neat? You know, I like it because it's a variant art, you know, it's different per se, but you know, as long as they have now let me just read this here. Each 4 slots, main card pool, normal, super okay, and then okay, the 5th card in each pack comes from a different card pool than the rest of the pack. Okay, I see. The 5th card is one of dozens new variant arts. Okay, so it's like we're gonna get these in here. I see now. You see, we never read. You know what I mean? Like, we Yu-Gi-Oh players, we don't read. You feel me? So due to that, so these are like the 5th card in every pack. You know, it could be one of all of these 70 right here. Okay, I see. Interesting. So that means that the rest of the main set pool will be like different cards. You know, like other cards that need reprints and things of that nature. Okay. I think I'm getting it here on the fly, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Look at this, man. Yo, this is it right here, bro. We need this variant just like this. That's pretty cool, man. I won't lie, man. All funs and games. So we have King Sarcophagus. I think this card is going to get a reprint, of course. Again, not the end all be all. It's like $3 to $5. The 50 piece, I would be selling this Aegov quarter century. That's just me. I wouldn't be holding on to this value, guys. No way, no how. You know, and yeah, that's what I'd be doing. Unless you need this card to play, I would just not pick it up. You know, long term, it should get destroyed in price because I do expect it to get reprinted in the Rarity 5. Of course, nothing has been announced. Nothing is sure, but it's just one that I would be moving on from, you know, mid to long term. Just recycle that purchasing power into something else. Then we have Bestial Dis Pater. Honestly, I think this card is getting a reprint also inside Rarity Collection 5, you know, so I'll definitely be looking forward to that. Volume right now is hot. This card is hot right now. You do have massive walls of China, but people still need the card, and I actually expect this card to hit 25 to 30s before it would ever get reprinted next April. 42 listings. So yeah, we've been talking about Dis Pater overall as a good card to pick up. Just want to keep on your radar. If you still need it, like I'd pick it up, you know, but long term, the closer we get to April and these months start going by heading into 2026, then you want to make sure that you know, by then, you know, after a couple months into 2026, like start moving this, you know, maybe keep your one of, if you're playing it, if you have any extras, you start moving it, you know, but overall it's still too early. I still think this card has still high potential of making higher highs here as it continues to heat up and people get exposure to the card that they desperately need. Then we do have number C104, Umbral Horror Masquerade. This card, we talked about it recently, telling you guys that thanks to Vanquish Soul K9, you know, the demand came in, the second largest 6-month volume candle in the last what, like 180 days. That's wild, guys. That's mind-boggling. So as we can see here, number C104, the demand has been coming in at 40s, and that's where it's at. And honestly, I'd be selling into this demand. Of course, Vanquish Soul K9, you know, can continue to compete in the foreseeable future in this current format. Yes, that's true. But people knowing that this card is reprinted, a lot of people were probably holding on to it, keeping it in their binders. That sell pressure can come in, guys. So definitely you want to keep that in mind. This is one that unless you're playing Vanquish Soul K9, like I start moving it, because once that reprint comes and that rarity treatment, Ooh, man, you don't, hey, this will be free 99 and you don't want to be caught holding that bag, you know, again, guys. So definitely one to keep on your radar to recycle that purchasing power. Finally, combined creation, this Momentoal card, finally getting that reprint that it should have already been have. You know, it's at around 20s and some change, you know, and it's 22s, 21 listings. We talked about this one recently, but now knowing that it's getting a reprint, it hasn't really reacted that much, you know, again, but I expect the teens. This card is going to be for $8.99, just like all the other Momentoal cards. So guys, if you're listening to my voice right now and you're 15 minutes in, like, just get rid of this, bro. If by any chance you have this card, unless you're like that one kid at locals playing Momentoal right now, like, just sell this card. Of course, if you're playing the deck, I guess you're gonna have to go down with the ship, but some people have these, they invested into these, and they, oh, it's still scarce, is the card everyone needs to play Momentoal, I'm gonna still hold on from Value Smash. Nah, you start getting rid of this right now, you know, and take that 20-piece McNuggies from Miggities. Before that 20-piece, you get robbed a couple nuggies and you only have 5 left, you know, because you waited too long to get rid of this card. Then we have Call by the Grave. Again, Call by the Grave has a million prints, so, you know, I'd be moving on, you know, all my called buys, essentially, except maybe the alternate art, which I still think will start receiving sell pressure here. You know, it was 90s, volume came in thanks to the holiday weekend Cyber Monday promotional discount, 24 listings, and it quickly goes up to 90s. So again, some sell pressure could come in for this one, but this one will stay unique unless it randomly gets a print in Rarity 5 that we don't know of. But right now they just showed the OG getting reprinted, but you never know though, you never know, they might squeeze this in there. Hopefully they squeeze these alternate arts from Stampede inside Rarity Collection 5. That'd be pretty cool for people like me that we want this card but not this rarity. So we'll see, but for now it should hold its ground, you know, and then maybe as people speculate if it gets reprinted or not, the closer we get to April, that can definitely be a thing. So yeah, I would just continue to monitor the chart and see where we go from there. Then we have the OG I'd be getting rid of, honestly, guys. OG I'd be getting rid of right here in the mid. I mean, you have a couple 1-ofs and then it quickly goes up towards 37s. So yeah, I'd be moving this card, honestly. I'd just keep the alternate art and then move these if you have these, and just be ready and get ready for the reprint, because it's at 1. We don't see this card coming back to 2. I mean, you never know, right? But if it stays at 1 until April, I don't see this card making too many moves, so I'd be getting rid of it. But that's just me right now. Then we have Maxx C. Maxx C, an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card. A lot of people hate this card, especially a Master Duel and things of that nature. I like it that you get to use it in past boomer formats, so that's pretty cool. So that's why I have my Speed Duel secrets, which I'll never sell. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I love Speed Duel cards, so I'm gonna keep this. Is gonna be my personal playset forever. But everything else, like I have some platinum secrets, I'm gonna definitely be moving those. You know, hopefully I can still move those at around 5s. You know, some people have the quarter century secret rares, and you know, every other Maxx C, like, just pick your choosing. Like, if you like the OG secrets, then keep those, but then if you have any extras, like, just sell the rest. That's what I'd be doing right now. I mean, the quarter century secret rares already starting to curve from the $50 mark. You see it here in the low 40s, 37 listings. It quickly does go back up to 49 50s, but you do have a couple mini walls here and there, so the card is still scarce. But overall, I'd be sunning into this last hoorah move right here before eventually it gets that reprint. And again, we're all speculating here, guys. We're speculating. We just saw this, and this is what we expect, right? I mean, nothing is 100%. Definitely consider that. I'm risk averse in that sense. Like, if I know and I see this already, I'm like, yeah, this is, and maybe it's not 100% confirmed, but I could care less. Like, maybe Konami guys themselves, you know, based on things like that, and then that's what comes out. And hey, Maxx C's getting reprinted. Other than my personal playset, like, I don't want to have any extras just in case. And then if they don't get reprinted as we think, then, you know, you pick up whatever version of a card like this you would want. You do have the ultimate rare right here. It's actually still holding value at around 250s, it says here, but quickly goes to 300, then 4, then 600, then the G2, just off scarcity. But you do have a 5 wall of China at 273s, 5 listings only, so that is the current market price. I mean, a card like this, unique, hard to get. You know, maybe it doesn't go down too much, even with the potential reprint, just because it's the OT is iconic. But I still think the quarter century secret rare will definitely see sell pressure, and that is the one that I would be getting rid of. Then we have Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. This card has been reprinted to the ground. It has a million reprints, guys. So again, you definitely want to make sure that you sell all your ashes, you know, and just stay with the ones that like a personal playset. I mean, I don't think I have many ashes in my name, but if I would, I'd just be selling them all, honestly, man. Because I mean, Ash is gonna get reprinted to the ground, and then by April, you want to recycle that purchasing power. Maybe just pick up the new variant arts, and that's about it. Because they've been reprinting Ash just too hard. You know, I got the Stampede treatment now coming in Rarity Collection 5 as well. You know, so that's what I'd be doing. I mean, as you can see, the quarter century secret rare current max rarity, actually volume was coming in at 82s thanks to the promotion, and wow, look, it went up $10 already, and after a couple it is gonna exceed the triple digit mark right there, over $100, 22 listings. So you can see, but honestly, I'd be selling into this hype big picture, because once that reprint comes, it could definitely affect a card like Ash Blossom, because too many reprints, man, too many reprints. And we have Ghost Bell, same deal. Ghost Bell has a bunch of prints, as you guys can see here. You know, you even have the high end like the Starlights, and you have, you know, the quarter century secret rares. So again, just pick your choosing, whichever one you want, keep. Then all the rest, like if you were investing into a card like this, you have 4 months. You have 4 months to move all those cards, to recycle that purchasing power. Then if it gets reprinted, you make the decision to either start picking up the reprint as an investment, or just pick up the ones you sold at lower prices, because the game is truly that easy, boys. So again, you have the quarter century secret rare massive volume candle, thanks to the promotion, is at 55s, quickly goes to 60 pluses at the bottom of the page. So 15 listings. I mean, people have been coming in, man. Ghost Bell is a playable card is too good, but honestly, big picture, knowing that a reprint is around the corner potentially, you know, definitely take that into consideration. Same as the Starlight. Starlight used to be $80 when we were talking about it. Now is at around 120s. So again, and it just keeps going up to 200 at the bottom of the page. But now people expecting probably that Starlight rare variant art. You know, it'll definitely impact this card's price, even as the OG and scarce one from Dimension Force Defo. So yeah, I mean, me, I'd be a seller, especially if you came in at 80s when we told you guys so. You're gonna take the you know, what is that, $38 profit after shipping and fees and all that. Maybe a $30 profit, or maybe you get rid of it in person and just pocket that, get your money back plus the extra 30 to your name, and then you recycle that into new brand new investments. Then we have Nib, guys. Nibiru, the primal being. I mean, this one has the alternate art, the OT, and the QCSR, plus all these other prints, guys. So again, I'd be selling your Nibirus right now. Look at that. You have the OG. This OG is getting destroyed. Wow, I had no clue it was $36. Let's see, did someone buy that right now? Okay, yeah. Okay, it's 39, then it's pushing 40s, then 45s, and then 50s. So it goes up pretty quickly, guys. But you can see, I mean, overall, there has been people panic selling, and as people panic sell, a lot of people coming in and buying. A lot of people probably don't know yet about Rarity Collection 5, but yeah, with the new variant art, I'd be moving on from this card, especially the higher it goes towards mid 40s and 50s. I'd be moving on from this card. 23 listings. And just living to fight another day. I would definitely be recycling that purchasing power. You do have the OT, same deal. I think these OTs can definitely move down in price from $62. It could go to 50s, then 40s, maybe even in the 30s. So you don't want to be, you know, see this card ever down maybe 50% before you decide, you know, to sell. You know, so again, it's time to recycle your purchasing power. And I get it. These ultimate rares, they're scarce, they're hard to get. They always have the you know, their niche community of people that always want, you know, this specific version. But big picture, just I'd be moving and recycling my purchasing power right now until Rarity 5 comes out, and be ready to again either pick the reprints up or pick this version at a lower price. That'd be the mindset. Same for the alternate art, which honestly has been spiking up in price. You have one here at 75s with shipping, then 77s, then it goes into the 80s at the bottom of the page for a card that used to be $60 and actually probably even below, wasn't it? Yeah, at one point this card was around $50 and now it's pushing 80s. So yeah, man, I mean, you never know if they squeeze this in there, and if they do, this card will get destroyed in price. So right now we're entering a season now with the knowledge of Rarity Collection 5 that we want to be holding less cards. We want to be holding less investments, especially higher ends like these, just in case they decide to reprint a card like this. Then we have Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. I mean, this card, as we can see here, doesn't have that many you know, prints as we would think, I guess. But yeah, I mean, even the lower prints are holding value just because the card is very hard to get. So from here to April, I expect more of the same. But by April, once that new reprint comes out, you know, again, some of these could get destroyed. And even the high end is pretty cheap compared to past prices. Wow, quarter century's getting destroyed, sub $50. You got the Starlights, the OGs, sub 80s. And I wouldn't be touching these. I would actually be getting rid of these if I'd owned these, just, you know, to recycle that purchasing power either into the new version or to any of these copies that you would want. post-release at lower prices. So we have Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder, the alternate art. Card used to be 45s, went down to 40s, and now it says 43s. And it does go to 48 at the bottom of the page. 3 pages only, 28 listings. So, yeah, man, I mean, this card, I always expected it to hit 50s. Right now, not looking too likely because of the impending reprint. But this is the one that you want. I mean, the lower price that it goes, you'll pick it up. But honestly, just big picture, I'd be moving on from many of these cards, you know, before that reprint, man. Once them reprints hit, they hit, you feel me? So we have Solemn Judgment, you know, a card that has a million prints, a million different versions. You know, you have the quarter century right here, you have the Ghost, you have the you know, the OTs, and some of these are getting destroyed. I mean, we have the Ghost right here still holding around 60s. This is just hard to get. It's very niche, guys. A hard that is, again, extremely difficult to obtain. 11 listings, especially like truly near mint without scratches, things of that nature. So this one I'm not too worried about. I actually own this. I have 2 of these, and I had a playset, got rid of it, and then picked 2 more up. So I don't plan on moving those. But if I'd have the OT, I'd be moving it right now. If I'm being honest, look, the card is crashing down into oblivion, already seeing people panic sell in the 30s, in the high 30s. So sure, it quickly goes back up to the mid 40s, but there's a lot of supply coming in. 27 listings. I'd literally be selling this card right now. That's just me. Because yeah, you don't want to see an OT like this, you know, go down to 30s, maybe even into the 20s, bro. Anything is possible. You know, reprints and that sell pressure, man. Yeah, especially when you're getting like high rarity reprints as well, man. It usually destroys cards like these. And then you do have the quarter century secret rare, same deal. The fact that Solemn Judgment got put to 1 in modern, you know, again, plus now getting reprinted again, it went from 30s to 20s and now is at 18s. Don't let this hit 15s and then become a $10 card or even single digits. I'd be getting rid of this card right now just based on the new, you know, the new information, the fact that we're getting a Rarity Collection 5. Then we have Solemn Warning, guys, quarter century secret rare. I mean, this card was 15s, now crashing down to 10s, 11s. So I would sell it now before it goes into single digits. You don't want to see this card go down to $3 to $5 before you decide to pull the trigger. By then it'll be too late. I'd be selling it now at double digits and just waiting, play the waiting game, because patience wins this game. Then we have Solemn Strike. You know, it's one that we haven't seen yet. But I do think it's also coming in Rarity Collection 5. So we're seeing here that the ultimate rare was $95, and now you have a couple one-ofs here in the 70s. You know, and then it goes to 80s, but you know, you see listings and the walls are coming in. So 25 listings, honestly, big picture, you know, this card could go back down to 50s, which were the lows, maybe even below the 40s, guys. So just something to keep in mind. If you have these cards, yes, they're scarce, they're hard to get, you know, we understand all that, but at the same time, you know, reprints do cause sell pressure. That's why they went back, you know, down to the 50s when the card got reprinted in the Rarity Collection. So now getting another reprint, potentially, it could definitely impact that card's price. And then the quarter century was 15s, crashing down to single digits, and volume has been coming in, but it's still readily available at single digits here at under 10s, 46 listings. So yeah, man, I mean, same deal. You know, this card used to be money. Crazy that it pushed almost 30s, now it's 10s. Wow, down almost 3x from the highs. And the crazy thing with a reprint, it's gonna be free $99, probably $3 to $5. So, you know, definitely one that I'd be moving right now. Then we have MST right here, Mystical Space Typhoon. You know, again, we have the OTs here. These are gonna probably get destroyed. And then we do have the Ghost Rare here at around $30. So again, the Ghost Rares are more niche, but the OTs, I think they're gonna get destroyed. Then obviously you have the quarter century secret rares as well. So just going into these, you know, Ghost Rares 38s, pushing 40s. Because I don't see this one getting too impacted here, just because of how hard and scarce these Ghost Rares are to get. But when it comes to like the quarter century secret rare, I could see this card going down already from 26 to 18s. I could see this, you know, go down to 15s in the short term, maybe even be a single digit card one day. So, you know, the walls are starting to come in. The card was already going down in price, and now potentially getting another reprint, you know, could definitely impact these quarter century secret rares, because I think people are going to go for the new shiny, you know, rarity stuff. You know, if they already had the rarity 1, 2, 3, 4 stuff, they might start like selling those to get the rarity 5 stuff, you know, to make money to get that. So definitely something to consider. And then we have Ray. You know, again, the fact that Ray and other Sky Striker cards can get reprinted inside there is very important. So again, we have, I mean, these expensive ones, alternate arts, we get it, but you know, the other versions of Ray, I mean, I thought this card was reprinted more than this, but it obviously not, only 9 prints, so you can see this one doesn't count. But yeah, I mean, overall the OTs are pretty cheap. The quarter centuries I think will get cheaper right now, but yeah, the alternate art, I mean, it's still the alternate art, so it'll have that appeal to it, but then it does go to 65s at the bottom of the page. And as we can see, the V-shape recovery off the lows right here, definitely something to consider as the demand comes in. But all in all, I mean, not that this particular art would get reprinted, but the card in itself, like getting a new Ray, could definitely impact a lot of these card prices. Then we have Engage, guys. We have a Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. I think this will come in the Rarity Collection 5 in one way, shape, or form, maybe a variant art, or maybe, you know, just getting you know, that reprint. So one to keep in mind. I mean, it's crazy that this card never came. I mean, it did come, I'm sorry, it did come as a platinum secret and a quarter century, which is not here for some random reason, but you know, it didn't get like the full rarity treatment. So I do think that this one has potential of sliding in there. And did they say, I mean, because I mean, cards that already came in a rarity collection, unless it's a variant art, like could they get reprinted again? I'm curious about that. Probably not, but we'll definitely wait and see. And right now Engages were like 20 bucks, now they're like 13, so they're pretty cheap. They quickly do go back up to 20s for the first that OG, but big picture, if it gets reprinted, this card would get destroyed. Then we have Forbidden Challenge. It's still at 20 bucks, mind you. The card was 12s, and you know, it was around 10 11s at one point. I'd be selling this card, you know, because we saw a Chalice right here. Where is it? You know, it was right here, and this Chalice looks nice, bro. Right here, look at that. Ooh, man, that Chalice looks really, really nice. So again, I'd be selling this version right here before it goes down to single digits and you lost that purchasing power. So I'd be getting rid of near all-time highs instead of waiting for it too long. Then we have Pot of Avarice. Again, we saw that one there as well. This one has a lot of prints, but not that many holographics as people may think, so this one is harder to get. But the quarter century, again, it was $35. Wow, it's already down close to a 50% drop. You know, it quickly does go back up to 24s just based off scarcity, but big picture, I'd be taking advantage if it goes back up there, you know, to try and move the card. Honestly, that's what I'd be doing, big picture, and just pick up the new one. But that's just me. Some people are going to prefer the OG arts for many of these cards, so that's definitely something to consider. But I still think sell pressure is going to overtake these cards eventually the closer we get to April. And the Platinum Secret Rares, they were 4% 5s. Now you have Walls of China 384. I'd be selling into these walls. That's just me. I'd be getting rid of these lower rarities and just wait for the new reprint to come out later on down the line. Rhoda, same deal. I mean, you do have a couple Rhoda cards here and there, but yeah, quarter century was what it says 20s, but I saw this card higher, like more towards 30s, but right now it's 23, so it's actually holding strong. You do have a couple of new play sets here before the card starts going back up to 30s actually. So I mean, supply pressure hasn't really hit this one yet, but it is Rhoda, it is iconic, so definitely a reprint that I'm looking forward to from Rarity Collection 5. And then we do have here Raigeki. What an iconic card, guys. Raigeki, an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card. I mean, you have OTs here, quarter centuries, and you know, usually this one does a better job of retaining value, but me, damn, bro. I mean, from here to April, I'm gonna definitely be moving all my Starlight Rare Raigekis, you know, and maybe just keep a playset as an investment. And this is the alternate art, so you know, it'll always have that appeal, but getting like another variant art, a Starlight, it'll definitely impact this card's price. So usually considered a good pickup from the tins. You know, again, now if I wanted more, I might, you know, just play the hand that we're dealt, you know, just keep the ones that I have. And I still think this card can go up before the Raigeki variant art reprint, but you know, so that's the play that I'm gonna keep with this one. I'm gonna keep the ones I have and just wait to see if we can get that 2x move, and then we unload before the next reprint for a card like Raigeki. But the ultimate rares have always kept value. I mean, going down from 70 to 50s, but look, it's back up to 70s and then triple digits. Crazy. 9 listings only, single digit listings, so people coming in getting the OG high rarities, but this one, it doesn't look that good in person. I've seen it. Yeah, I mean, that's just me, my opinion. I don't really like how this one looks much, but let me know what you guys think. Even with a potential variant art reprint, the ultimate rares are holding value very, very well, as you can see. So let me know what you guys think. And then we do have the quarter century secret rare. These went crazy from 30s to 50s straight back down to 30s, but after a couple one-ofs, it quickly goes back up to 40s. So I do expect it to go back up to 40s. And big picture, if you have this card, that's when I would be selling at around 40 bucks, 19 listings before the variant art destroys this card, guys. If you made it this far out into the video, you guys are straight MVPs. I really do apologize. Maybe, you know, the mic is not as well. Obviously, you hear some clicks here and there, or it's not ideal, but hey, we're trying to make it work on the road. If you made it this far out, bro, under these conditions, leave a comment down below, man. You guys are straight MVPs. So ring that bell, like the video on the way in, on the way out, actually. Make sure you subscribe, share this in one place in the group chat with some friends. It really does go a long way. Guys, much love, man. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.